Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol OTTV. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to use this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and just makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Pull back today, and this is where the chart gets a little tricky because there is perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 90 seconds after buying, then yeah, for you the chart looks pretty terrible. But if you care about the big picture of things, then yeah, I get it, the price pulled back today. But again, keyword there being big picture, the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base, and as long as you have higher bases being built over longer stretches of time, that's how those long-term uptrends are constructed. And I'm going to be talking about things from the big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a much different perspective and strategy going into the trade. So before anything else, though, I want to do a little bit of house cleaning here and just get rid of a few of these lines. Sure, they pertain, but from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to have lines everywhere that can cause clutter and confusion. So I just want to try to keep this as straightforward as possible. The first update, though, comes from a foundational principle in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they tend to act as resistance. So 0047 has been a level of support I've talked about in the past, but now that the price is broken below it and closed below it, you would expect it to act as resistance. And that's actually already happened a couple of times. Right there, you can see the price try to get up above it and just couldn't quite do it. The other level that definitely needs to keep an eye on is in regards to the purple line right here, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched the videos from the past. But for those of you that have, I've said that from the big picture of things, as long as the price is above that purple line, then the bulls are in full control. And yeah, I get it. Technically speaking, the price did close below that purple line. But in the world of charts, supports, resistance levels are not exact specific prices. They do have a range element associated with them. So in my opinion, at least, the price is still well within the range of the purple line. So if, this is kind of a poor man's range right there, it's still within them. Now, if the price had closed, all the way down there, then okay, that's very clear break. But sure, it closed slightly below it, but I'm still going to consider that purple line a level of support. And again, going back to what I started off with in terms of the big picture perspective, let's say the price actually does do that. I'm not saying it will, but let's just say it comes down here, bounces around, and then heads back up. Even if that were to happen, what would happen from the grand scope of things? Well, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have a set of lows there. You'd have that set of lows down there. If you picture each of these as stair steps, the stair steps are still going in the upwards direction. Again, I fully realize if you bought up there as a day trader, you couldn't care less about these overall stair steps. But that's why I disclose that I'm talking about things from a longer term type perspective. So yeah, the price pulled back today, but the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. So we'll see if they can get that done or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.